Silence your cell phones now.
We're the Avengers. We gotta finish this. You trust me? I do.
What's going on, YouTube? It's that scene, the place to be. Children Mercedes, back with another movie experience. A movie that has been the most anticipated, one of the most anticipated superhero movies I can think of. And this is probably one of the most anticipated superhero movies to date that we're about to come here and review. And that is Avengers ENDGAME. Oh my God. We have been waiting 11 years for this movie. Ever since the first Iron Man movie, this completes it. This is it. This is the completion of this movie. After Thanos' snap in Avengers Infinity War, and now the Avengers are down. They're broken. They're heartbroken. But how are they going to reverse the snaps? How are they going to undo all the things that Thanos did in this movie? And I'm telling you, it's a 3-hour ride. It's on a wave of emotion for you guys. And I had to see, you had to let this movie process. And I know I'm not one of the bigger YouTubers that I can just put the movie review out, because my channel's not really known that much for movie reviews, but I had to process this of what I saw. That's why you probably guys getting this review a little bit later than everybody else is giving it to you. But I wanted to make a process, and we did that. Had to see it more times to do a spoiler, like to really break this thing down. So in this review, I'm going to give you the good. I'm going to give you the bad. And I'm definitely going to give you the experience. Starting off with the good. The good thing about Avengers Endgame is, my God, it feels like the end. And what's one thing I love about it, because it's the end, and then you get to see all your favorite characters. And I'm telling you right now, MVP of the movie. I'm not giving no spoilers. Once again, non-spoiler review. Non-spoiler. You're safe here. I'm gonna do the best I can to give you guys non-spoilers. All right, trust me, there will be no spoilers. But this movie here, Captain America seems to be the MVP of this movie. He has made me like him. If anybody who has ever listened to our podcast or my channel back in the day, I was never a big fan of Captain America. I'm always a Team Tony guy, and will still always be a Team Tony guy. But Captain America made me like him in this movie, made me respect him in this movie for the things that he did in this movie. And I'm just like, you know what? I really enjoy the character of Captain America. And I like how it's all about the original 6, really. Basically, there's a lot of character development within the original 6 of the Avengers. And that goes to be over to Tony Stark, which Tony Stark has a good arc in this story as well. Once again, and you see the growth in all these characters that you've seen starting from all the way in the beginning. You see the growth in these characters, and I enjoyed that. And there's time to build when it comes to the character depth and all that kind of stuff like that. Thanos, once again, is another good part about this movie. I'm not going to spoil anything about Thanos in this movie. That's all I can say. I really enjoyed Thanos in this movie. So, you know, just it's hard to not give no spoilers, but I just say I really do enjoy him in this movie. This movie takes a lot of emotional risk. Like, even from the beginning all the way to the end, you're on a roller coaster. You're really on a roller, because you don't know how it's going to play out. You don't know if their plan is going to work, and you just know that you feel the weight of the movie and the emotion on the shows, because they do a good job at illustrating that this is the end game, and we don't know if we all coming back, kind of thing. So I appreciate that, you know, from Marvel. They really have you. In my personal opinion, from hour 2 on down, they have you in there. I mean, after like the first 45 minutes in there, I'm hooked. I'm in there. I'm hooked on like every single thing they're saying, but I'm just like really in there. Thor is funny in this movie. Thor, I like that they will not change, because that Ragnarok Thor worked, and it will stay with that Thor. Can't say too much more about Thor, but he's a good highlight in the movie. And I love Ant-Man. Paul Rudd did a great job as Ant-Man's movie. The Ant-Man's first Avengers movie he's ever been in, so I was good to see how he was going to turn out in this movie, and he turned out pretty good. I really enjoyed him in this movie as well. There's a final hour. Like I said, I was engaged throughout the whole movie, but I'm telling you, it has to be the greatest thing in superhero movie history. Has to be. I can't give nothing away. I can't. But you can't top this. You can't. No matter if you're... Well, Fox don't have it no more. If you're DC or anything else like that nature, you can't top this. They earned this. Marvel did this their way. And I'm telling you, you can't. Like, I can't wait to talk about spoilers because I can't give anything away. But I'm telling you, that final hour is just nerdgasm. It is. It's exactly what it is. It's a whole nerdgasm for us nerds and stuff and superhero fans out there. It is. Now, with every good thing about the movie, there are some bad. So I will take this time to talk about the bad. Okay, so I will say that because it's hard to even mention even bad without even spoiling the movie. That's how much spoilery stuff is in this movie. That the beginning, I would say, starts off a little slow. And depending on if you're a comic book fan or if you're just a regular movie fan or if you're just a regular geek out nerd, it doesn't matter. I think a lot of us will be in agreement that some will be... I mean, it was good slow stuff because I like the slow, but I like character development, which I do like. There were certain things in the beginning that I was just like, wow, where do we go from here? And I'm sitting there like, okay, if that happens, so what's happening? And it kind of threw me off a little bit. And there is just a slow burn. And it just slows down, and I get it. And then there's a certain way that me personally, I would have started the movie off or did something different just to kind of, I don't know, pick up the pace a little bit, in my personal opinion. But I think it did its job in that aspect. So, but that's probably one of the only really bad I got. And also, there's a lot of unfortunate plot holes in this movie, but it's one of them things where it's like, you've done this for 11 years, you kind of earned the right to do what you want to do, you kind of had to convince. It's kind of like, there's a lot of shit in the MCU that's like, that don't make sense, but with them being this the end game, this being the last movie, it's kind of like you excuse them, you kind of do, and it's not necessarily bad about it, but that's just something I feel about it. Now, we got the bad out of the way, because like I said, I can't go anywhere without talking too much spoilers, but let's go into the experience. I don't care what any of you guys say out there. Each one of your theaters that you was into was packed. There is nobody that's going to tell me I went to Avengers Theater and there was only about 5 of us sitting in there. Bullshit. If you went on Thursday, I'm telling you right now, the theater was packed because ours was packed. And the thing was, we was in a smaller theater than we usually are. Because the movie theaters have been, or I was doing the research, have been opening up more rooms and more theaters to show this movie throughout the Thursday. Usually, you get 7 o'clock is the start on a Thursday. They open up 6 o'clock shows that went way into midnight and opened up movie showings at 2 in the morning. Cherry Hill opened up 2 in the morning shows. People were still watching Avengers Endgame at 5 o'clock in the morning. The last time we watched an Avengers game that early was when the first one came out. So this shit's important. I get it. So nobody's gonna tell me they had no packed theater. And we had a packed theater, and guess what? There was no air conditioning. And I get it. You know, we're still in springtime, so it's like it's kind of cold, kind of hot right now. Man, it was hot. It was hot in that theater, and it don't help that your nerves is going throughout the whole movie. And I'm just sitting there like this, and I'm sitting there fanning myself all day. People like, "Are you crying?" I'm just like, there are crying moments in this movie, but at that time I was hot. And it was 10 of us. We bought like a whole row of just 10 Nerd Coalition members and friends and stuff like that. We watched this whole movie, and you're gonna be on the edge of your seat. I'm telling you, once that clock hit about 55 minutes, I'm there. I'm invested in everything. Like I said, there's a little slow moving going on, but once that clock hit like 55 minutes from there on, I'm all the way there. And there are going to be times in this movie that you're going to cry. You're going to get upset. Like, it depends on if you're invested in these movies. You're going to cheer. You're going to cry. Our theater was a little bland. And we had a stereo like I wanted that stereo, because when I watch these Avengers movies, I want the stereo. I want the clapping. I want the shouting. I kind of like when Thor came to Wakanda in Infinity War. I want that clapping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we didn't have too much of stereo in our theater at that time, and no post-credit scene. It's the end. There's no post-credit scene. That's not a spoiler. There's just no post-credit scene at all. They got a little audio at the end, but there's no post-credit scene. This is the end of this story, of this arc. It is. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. I was cool with that. There is no what people are thinking about. There's none of that. So, with all that said, I have to get this agreed. There are things that bother me about the movie that I can't talk about. There's things I love about the movie that I can't talk about. The best I can do is say that Avengers Endgame is a damn near perfect, which is equivalent to like a very high 1 point gives it an A-. It's a B+ for me. It really is. I know people expect a complete nerdgasm, but you'll understand why I can't give it that just yet, because I am going to see it again this weekend, and I also did a spoiler review of it so I can talk more about some of the things in that movie. But it's a damn near perfect movie. Damn near and obviously, probably when I see it again, it will be a complete nerdgasm. It probably would be, because there's so much. It's so much to take in. It really is, and you'll understand what I'm saying. Y'all may hate me now, but y'all understand what I'm saying. We got the trolls out there. We got people out there. Look, if you've seen Avengers Endgame, you know I hope to don't post spoilers in this. This is a non-spoiler video. Like the video, they can give us some support, but don't spoil the movie. We got spoilers coming up for you guys this weekend, so you guys can talk about it all in the spoilers. If people want to come and watch those videos, that's on them. But this is a non-spoiler review, okay? So, once again, this is NC Place to Be, Mustaine, and I'll see you at the movies.
If we do this, we'd be going in short-handed.
Yeah, you mean because he killed all our friends?
We owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.